Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Sunday, October 6, 2024, also known as Silent Hill 2 Remake Launch Day for those who bought the special edition for a few extra bucks and got to play it a couple days early. So, let's talk about that, shall we? On today's episode of the Level 1 podcast, I talked about my schedule and how it's going to work this week. I also talked about, my hype for Silent Hill 2 launching, and a big chunk of my podcast was about basically the responses that I've received after announcing that Review Tech USA may actually be a guest on my show in the middle of the month. It seems that a lot of people are against the idea and don't think that it's a good idea or a meaningful thing to do. So now I'm kind of torn and on the fence about it, and I got to think about it, what I want to do. So anyway, it was a good podcast. It was fun and chill. And then we began with Silent Hill 2 Remake. Now, let me put it this way. There was only one major negative over the course of my first stream of Silent Hill 2 Remake. The heat, because the sun outside was beating on my wall. I didn't want my office to be bright because it was a horror game. So I didn't want to open my blackout curtains. I left them closed the entire first stream, which worked well. The visuals looked good, but I was way overheated, and it was, by the end of that first stream, I was actually starting to feel real tired and sluggish, and I was like, oh man. But the good news is I got through it. Moving forward with this game, later this week when I play it again on Tuesday and further, we're supposed to have much cooler weather with rain and clouds all week long, and that means it should not be an issue continuing on with the playthrough. It should be feel way more natural, okay? Anyway, so I've played Silent Hill 2 Remake 5 hours today. All right, what are my first impressions? Well, I'm going to give you a full rundown tomorrow on the podcast, but in a nutshell, great graphics running on my PC. Great new recast dialogue, right? The dialogue is all redone, and the voice acting is quite good in my opinion. I actually like the new character models. I don't know what people were having issue with. They all seem great to me so far. Out of the characters that I've run into in the game, they all seem to be, realistic, interesting, well acted, and well designed. I don't know why people were bitching. Oh, they made them look different. Yes, they're not going to look the same as PS2 characters. You're correct. They're going to look more modern and redesigned, and they look good to me. Okay? The gameplay elements, they're good. They're sound. They're different from the original game, but they feel like a more modern game. But at the same time, there's plenty of enemies that jump out at you out of nowhere. There's scares. There's both jump scares and combat scares. So because of that, it's building that element of horror. Of course, what people don't realize, we're 5 hours in, there's a lot of psychological horror building. People don't realize it yet who haven't played the game yet, but there's a lot of psychological horror that's going to hit you later, and you're like, oh, crap, I didn't know that that's what was really going on. Man, the redesigned stages are neat. I'm going to be just directly comparing it. It's kind of like Resident Evil 2 Remake, where the story is the same, right? The general elements and story beats are going to happen during the game. But the gameplay elements have been refined and changed. The design of the map has been changed. And there's just a lot more interesting stuff going on. The whole first area is open city where you're exploring the streets and going in and solving these puzzles and things. And they weren't present in the original game. They're added in for better content this time around. And it actually makes a lot more sense. Like when crap starts to hit the fan and you're pushed towards different parts of the city, it makes more sense now with the way that they've done them. I'll talk more about that in depth tomorrow. But overall, right, 5 hours in, I'm loving it. The only confusion I have is there's no sirens going off. And I don't remember if in the original Silent Hill 2 if sirens are going off or not. I know it's a key element of Silent Hill, but maybe it's not the second game. There were no air raid sirens at all so far today. And the cutscenes are locked around 30 frames per second. Which I think is silly. My game is running at 120 frames, and the cutscenes are 30. So it's very jarring to see that frame rate dip for the cutscenes. But overall, I'm really, 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 really enjoying my experience. It was a great day all day long. Had a little bit of a bumble trying to get the videos live at first. One of them corrupted. Part 1 of all parts. So I wasn't able to get those videos live, parts 1 through 3, until I was going live with my second stream. So very well, if you didn't see them, they're live now on the channel. I've got them live. I've got them in a playlist. You have a chance to watch them. I'm now going to upload the next 2 videos. So there'll be 5 videos, each an hour long from today, live on the channel overnight. And there'll be much more coming later on in the week. starting on Tuesday, okay? And apologies, I know people want the videos right away, and there's nothing I can do when a video corrupts. I just have to wait for that stream to process. Then I can rip the video out of the stream, and that's what I had to do today. So thanks for being patient, but now you should enjoy it. I even took part 1, and I made it the featured video on my channel, so hopefully people will start watching the playthrough. Now, I'm not playing it tomorrow, and there's a good reason. Sunday is usually my React day, right? It's the day when I do my Clips React show on DSP Reacts and the Retro React streams on DSP Throwback. I didn't do those today, so those have to get bumped to tomorrow. I have to do them. I'm obligated. I mean, there's people who pay for memberships. I'm not just going to dump on those people and be like, oh, I canceled it for this week. That would be pretty messed up. So we're going to do React Day tomorrow, and this is good for a couple of reasons. Reason number 1, this is going to give people who didn't watch my playthrough yet a chance to get caught up on 5 hours of gameplay. Reason number 2 is that the game comes out around 9 p.m. tomorrow Eastern, or Pacific time, midnight Eastern, for everyone else. So if you didn't buy the early edition, you're going to get to play it tomorrow night, and a lot of people may want to play it at night and then get caught up with my stuff and then join me because I'll be playing it all day Tuesday. So it actually makes a lot of sense to do it a whole day and then skip it a day, because it gives people time to catch up, and then they can attend and not say, oh, I'm spoiling myself on the game, okay? So tomorrow, we'll have a fun level 1 podcast. Well, I'll try to do spoiler-free mini review of the first 5 hours of the game so you guys know what I think. And anything else going on in game news, any updates I have regarding interviews and stuff, we'll figure all that out, and we'll go from there. It'll be a chill podcast. Then we're going to head over to DSP versus the Internet on DSP Reacts, and it's going to be a fun Clips React show for the afternoon. And then at night, this is special. If you liked Silent Hill today, I've got a treat for you tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to be doing Retro React Silent Hill 1, my original playthrough of the first game from PS1 on PS3. It was emulated on PS3 over on DSP Throwback, tomorrow's late stream at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. So that means for about 2 hours or more, we'll be reacting to the classic playthrough from 2012. I don't even remember Silent Hill 1. I actually don't. I don't remember how it plays. I don't remember anything about it. So this will be really neat to actually experience it again for only the second time ever, 12 years later, the same week I'm replaying Silent Hill 2 Remake. Like, that's perfect timing. So I hope you'll join me for that tonight. And here's the thing, or tomorrow night. Here's the thing. We still are on the streak. 5 straight streams. We have now hit the support goals. If we can get through tomorrow, I think it's easy street for the rest of the week. The Silent Hill streams are going to be supported well. WWE Champions, we always hit the goal. So remember, the goal for this week is if we go through the entirety of the week, 13 streams, and by the end of Thursday, we've hit every goal. This weekend, I'm doing a special DSP Tries It where I'm going to try the Krabby Patty meal from Wendy's live on stream on probably Saturday. So I hope, fingers crossed, the streak continues. Tomorrow, I know it'll be tougher with their 2 React shows, but I hope the people will come out and support the shows, keep the streak alive, and then we could do this special event on the weekend as a way to celebrate, okay? So thank you to anyone who watched live, anyone who's currently watching on demand, anyone who supported the streams, anyone who liked the video, liked the stream, leaving comments on the stuff. Thank you so much. It's all key and critical on day 1 of a new release like this to get that level of investment and support from everyone. Thank you for that. It went well on stream. I hope it goes well on demand. I don't know. I can't really control that. But yeah, I had a great time. I really did. I had a great time with this game. Can't wait to play more on Tuesday, okay? So tomorrow, React Day. Hope to see you then. If you're not into React Day, come back on Tuesday for a full day of Silent Hill 2 again on both streams. Have a good night, everyone. Enjoy the videos. Peace out. See you later.